One of these men won 6 trophies in a single calendar year. One won the Champions League 4 months after taking the job, in a country he'd just moved to. One just won back-to-back Champions Leagues. The second one weeks ago in Budapest. And one won 6 league titles in 8 seasons. And half the internet still calls him a fraud. They cannot all be the best manager of the decade. So we stopped arguing and we built a scoring system. 12 managers, 5 events, 100 points. And it crowned a name almost nobody shouts first. Lock in your pick in the comments now, before the numbers change your mind. Like, subscribe, and then we start. Here's how it works. Every manager scores on 5 events, 20 points each. Silverware. Every trophy from 2016 to 2026 weighted. A Champions League is 5 points. A league title, 3. A cup, 1. Peak. Their single best season. Longevity, how long they stayed at the top. And portability, could they win everywhere or only at one club? Hold on to that one, it decides the whole video. Last event, receipts. The official awards, FIFA's the best, UEFA's Coach of the Year, the world rankings. Not our opinion, the record, 100 points. The scoreboard stays on screen the whole way, so you can check our math live. First, the cuts. 4 names leave before the top 8, and every one of them will start a fight. 12th, dead last, Jose Mourinho, 36 points. This season, his Benfica went unbeaten. A whole league without a single defeat, and still didn't win it. That is Mourinho's decade in one line. Never quite broken, never quite champion. A Europa League, the first ever Conference League, and 4 sackings. The special one finishes last on our board. Scream about it. 11th, Massimiliano Allegri, 36. 3 Serie A titles inside our window and a Champions League final. Then years in the wilderness. Peak, fine. Everything after, quiet. 10th, and this is the one I cannot defend to you. Diego Simeone, 39 points. 14 years at Atletico Madrid. A Europa League. A La Liga title ripped from both Madrid and Barcelona on a fraction of their money. And here is the receipt. In 2021, the Historians Federation named Simeone the best club coach of the entire decade. Ahead of Guardiola, ahead of Klopp, the one body that ever handed out a decade award picked him. Our scoreboard puts him 10th because 1 league title in 10 years is 1 league title. Both things are true. That argument is the entire point of this video. 9th and last to fall, Antonio Conte, 40 points. League titles with 3 different clubs, Chelsea, Inter, Napoli. Nobody else here managed that. But in Europe, a whole decade gave him 1 lost final. So close to the 8, not close enough. So we just cut the special one and the official coach of the decade, and we stand on the math. If that makes you angry, hit like. Angry is the correct response to an honest scoreboard. The top 8 starts now. 8th, Unai Emery, 53 points, the specialist. Nobody in history has won the Europa League more than this man, 5 times. This very season, he added another with Aston Villa. And he is the only manager here to drag 3 different clubs to a European final. Win everywhere. That is the portability event, and Emery scores near the very top of it. So why only 8th? In 10 years, no league title outside France and no Champions League. A specialist, not an emperor. But a specialist who made the top 8 ahead of Mourinho and Simeone. Sit with that one. 7th, Zinedine Zidane, 56. The cheat code. He walked into Real Madrid in January 2016 with 0 top-flight experience and won 3 Champions Leagues in a row. No manager had ever done it. No one has since. 2 of those and 2 league titles land inside our window. Trophy density. Nobody here touches him. A major roughly every 5 months he worked. So why 7th? He worked less than half the decade and hasn't taken a job since 2021. The scoreboard rewards 10 years. Zidane gave it 4.5. 6th, Jurgen Klopp, 61, and he misses fifth by 0.4 of a single point. The 2019 Champions League, Liverpool's first league title in 30 years with 99 points, and the only side that ever truly made Guardiola's City bleed season after season. His receipts are elite. FIFA's best coach in 2019 and 2020, the only manager this decade to win it twice, but the scoreboard counts silverware, and Klopp's is 1 league and 1 Champions League in 9 seasons, plus a pile of runner-up medals. The greatest nearly machine of the era. Timestamp this and tell us if we have him too low. Fifth by those 0.4, Hansi Flick, 61. The owner of the greatest single season a manager has ever had, 2020. His Bayern won everything a club can enter: League, Cup, Champions League, both Super Cups, the Club World Cup. 6 trophies, a sextuple. It had happened exactly once before in history. His peak score is a perfect 20 out of 20, the highest of all 12 managers. Then he did the hardest thing in the game. He rebuilt a broke, written-off Barcelona into back-to-back Spanish champions with teenagers. If your whole definition of best is the height of the mountain, Flick is your number 1, and it isn't close. What keeps him fifth? The empty years between the peaks. The scoreboard measures the decade, not the summit. Fourth, Luis Enrique, 73. The man of the moment and the cruelest number in this whole video. This May, in Budapest, his PSG beat Arsenal on penalties and became only the 2nd club ever to retain the modern Champions League. Back to back. He let Messi, Neymar and Mbappe all leave, and the team got better. That is coaching. FIFA's best coach of 2025. The World Ranking Award too. 2 Champions Leagues in 2 years, and he misses the podium by 0.7 of 1 point. 0.7. Value the biggest trophy even slightly higher, and he is 3rd, maybe 2nd. Our scoreboard says the decade lasted only 2 years for Luis Enrique. Brilliant, but brief. 4th. Barely. The podium. 3rd, Thomas Tuchel, 73, edging Luis Enrique by that same 0.7. Here is why. Look at where he has won. A cup in Germany with Dortmund, the league in France with PSG, the Champions League in England with Chelsea 4 months after landing, then the Bundesliga with Bayern. 4 clubs, 3 countries. That is the portability event, and Tuchel scores a perfect 20, the only manager who does. The fireman wins wherever you drop him. This summer he took England to a World Cup semi-final. 3rd, on the exact thing the 2 giants above him never did. Leave and win all over again. Top to bottom, this podium is separated by under a point. If a scoreboard this tight is your kind of argument, like and subscribe, and let's go find number 1. 2nd, Pep Guardiola, 78. The most decorated manager on the board, and, by our numbers, not the best. 6 Premier League titles in 8 seasons, 4 of them in a row, which no manager in English history had ever done. 100-point season, the 2023 treble. He scores a perfect 20 for silverware and a perfect 20 for longevity, the only man to max out 2 whole events. And the thing no scoreboard can hold. Watch any team in this video. They build from the back. They press in packs. Pep made all of it normal. So how is he only 2nd? One reason. In 10 years, he won everything. At 1 club, in 1 country. Hold that thought for 90 seconds, because it is about to decide the entire video. The best manager of the decade, by our numbers, Carlo Ancelotti, 83 points. Not the flashiest, the most complete. 2 Champions Leagues inside the window, 1 more than Pep, including the 2022 Bernabeu Knights past City that should have been impossible. La Liga, the Bundesliga. He is the only manager in history to win all 5 major European leagues. FIFA's best coach of 2024. UEFA's Coach of the Year twice. He maxes out the receipts event. He won across countries and clubs where Guardiola stayed home. And when he finally left Madrid, a whole nation hired him. He manages Brazil now. Here is the secret of his number 1. Ancelotti wins almost no single event outright, the way Flick owns peak or Pep owns silverware. He just finishes near the top of all 5. The decade did not crown a specialist. It crowned the most complete manager alive, by nearly 5 clear points.
Now, before you type,
We ran the whole system again, and we switched off exactly one event: portability. The reward for winning everywhere.
watch what happens.
Take away winning in many places, and Guardiola jumps to number 1 by 0.8 of a point. And Tuchel, who was third almost entirely on that one event, falls clean off the podium. One slider, the entire argument in one move.
So here is the honest map.
Value winning everywhere, it's Ancelotti. Value winning the most, it's Guardiola. Value the single highest peak, it's Flick. Value the biggest trophy, twice, it's Luis Enrique. Value pure density, it's Zidane. And value the official record. The historians already crowned Simeone the coach of the decade, and we cut him 10th. Every lens picks a different king.
That is where we land.
The numbers can referee this fight. They cannot finish it. That part is yours. The full scoring table is pinned in the comments. Change one weight, name your winner, defend it. The best argued comment gets pinned for the week.
And if your real problem is who we cut,
The special one dead last, the official coach of the decade only 10th. Come back next week when the managers who built the modern game go head-to-head, era against era. Like, subscribe, and share your opinion in the comments. Football in numbers, where the arguments have receipts.